Hello, everybody. It's plain old Kimmy here, your party artist here at my studio, Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio, and I am your hostess with all the toasts. Yes, I love to cheer you on and give you all my best that I can. Uh, my name's Kim Overholt, and I'm here to help you have fun in my studio, Overholt Art and Entertainment Studio, and got a lot of musical influences going on. Hold on, let me just clean my glasses. I just realized I have stuff all over my glasses. I can't see properly. I wonder why. I can't see. Boom, 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 boom. I can't see. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Temporarily. All right. So here I am, nice and burly, crisp and early, just for you to hang out here at my studio, Overhold Art and Entertainment Studio. And yes, it's our cartooning Monday. Yes, I always try and make it here for cartooning Monday. That's my favorite thing I love to do is cartooning. So without further ado, let's get us started. All right. So I have my board over here. Do I want to slide it over here? Yeah, let's just do that. And of course, my favorite thing to say, if anything you want to get good at, you got to practice. You got to do a lot of practice. We practice here with doing drawing, with getting through just this electric word called life, right? We do our best to get through it. And I got my dry erase markers here, and I've got my handy dandy eraser, and we're going to just do some basic drawing. I'm going to get you started. If you ever want to do it on your own, that kind of thing, this is the best way to get you going. Oh, and there goes my main light. Shoot. No, it was lasting for a while, but I don't know what's been going on with it lately. Yeah, that's it for that. Okay, hold on. Let me just unplug it for a while. I'm sure it gets overheated. This is the problem. I think I left it on too long the last time. So, all right, you guys. All right, here's time for some drawing. Let's do some drawing today. All right. So I'll turn on this light. Maybe it gives a little bit more light on the situation. A little bit. All right, so practice all the time. When you're drawing, you have to practice, practice, practice. It's a very, very good. And it's also good to get, yourself ready to draw. So limber up your arms, limber up your arms. Think about all those funny things that you see and that makes you want to laugh, and concentrate on what you want to see on your page that you draw. Now I say when you want to do cartooning, you start off with your basic shapes: the triangle, the circle, the square, and the organic shape. It can be whatever you choose it to be, and connect it all together. You know what I mean? It can be whatever you want it to be. You can add things to it, make a square over here, put a triangle there, put a circle over here. Dress it up a bit, make it fun, and you can use these three in conjunction with each other, so you can make like maybe I'll make it the other way around, like an ice cream cone shape, or with the circle, you can take the square and the circle together and make like a cylinder shape, something like that. Or you could take the square and round it out so you have like something that's kind of like a rounded box shape. There's all kinds of things that you can do with basic shapes. Just play with those, get some ideas. They'll start looking like something. Draw what you think it looks like. You know what I mean? Like that looks like an ice cream cone. That could be like a cone for to watch out, a danger cone, that they have on the side of the road, just so you don't drive your car into it, that kind of thing. It almost looks like a witch's hat now. Or, something like that, you can make it a trash can, a little thingy on the side that opens up, and there you go, it's a trash can. Or you can do something like this, and it's a TV screen where you can have like somebody on the TV screen if you want it. Make it into a cowboy. There we go. Cowboy! He's a cowboy. Okay, and then it's just easily, you can keep on doing it, erasing and restarting, coming up with your own ideas. And when you get good at trying to figure out what you want to draw, maybe start drawing a certain, I don't know how long this is going to last. Maybe you come up with a character. So you say you have a character, you start playing with different shapes, round, squares, and you come up with a nice, cool, like character of some sort, right? And you want to make him into giving him the different expressions. You can work on just making face. Oh, see, now I'm gonna have to change my marker. My marker eventually runs out. Okay, let me switch to the blue. Let me go to the blue. Where's the blue? There's the blue. So we'll switch to the blue marker, and I'll show you. When you get good at the drawing people, and you want to try and just make their facial expressions, so you can draw the face over and over again. And like that's the same face. You can make angry, happy, or you can the eyes in, and you can make them like happy, angry, or surprised. That kind of thing. You can change their faces up, See, you start making ideas for making faces. It's always fun to make faces. So that's the next step I would say for people to try and do. All right, this is my blue. This one likes to stay, so it's a little harder. All right. And then when you get good at figuring out what your character likes to do and stuff like that, that's when you decide to, maybe make it into a cartoon. So to make a story for your character. And like I say, cartoons, comics are the best way to do it. You start with you start with a title of what your cartoon is. And then you do, this is what I usually do. And you can do this, goes into making movies too. Do an establishing shot. And then you do like what the character is doing. You can make so many bars of what the character is doing. You can make something happen, something big happens, and then have the final outcome there. And of course, at the end down here. When you are done, but if it's one of those big kind of things where you want to continue the adventure, flip the page and just keep on going. Now, when you get good at, we want to do comics and make a story for your character. That's good too. Of course, again, it takes a lot of practice. Got practice. So when you get good at making your character sheet and making your cartoon story idea, next is to bring it to life, of course. And there's many great programs that you can use for animation. There's lots of great animation programs. You can even take it to a point where you can get somebody else to do it for you. If you know somebody who's good at doing drawing and stuff and can put it into a storyboard and make it into a movie, that kind of thing, and pitch it at people. This is where I'm at, I think, where I'm like, I could come up with all kinds of ideas. I have to draw them out, but the ideas that I have to draw out, eventually they would become something that would make it really good movies. I've got a few things up in here. I've got one story that I've already made called The Plight of Time. And it is on Kindle if you are ever interested in reading it. It's called The Plight of Time. It's a good story. I have other stories which I'm working on, and I probably will continue. Maybe this is what my calling is, maybe becoming a comic book artist or storyteller. Storyteller, yes. Comic book, I've been trying forever, and I'm knocking on all the wrong doors, of course. And those people who are out there, if you see me doing this and you want me to help you, please contact me, because this is what, and next to fashion, this is what I enjoy doing. So give me one moment. Let me see if I'm working yet. Put it back in and see what happens. Okay. Maybe for a little while. We'll try it again. All right. So it is really good to see you guys. I'm glad you keep coming back up for Cartooning Monday. And Cartooning Monday also involves a little bit of fun, a little bit of learning. Where's that one book that I have? I have it here somewhere. I know I got it. Well, I know I like this is my Spider-Man Gwen. This is Gwen, obviously. Yes, here it is. Here it is. My comic sketchbook And this is what, when you start getting good and you want to really consider it, that this is where you got all the things for doing all your comic book art. Now, like I say, I've got stories. It's just a matter of putting them in and putting it together and pitching it to people. Now, who maybe it would never happen, but I want it to happen. I want people to like see some of the stories that I have. I have to make them into drawings and get them out there as soon as I can. I just need help. I just need to practice more doing the drawings, like I say, and getting them into the book and getting them out there to the people who need to see these, because I have so many stories. I could make somebody rich and famous, maybe even myself if I'm lucky. So if you guys know anybody who's looking for some ideas for stories, and are maybe up in the filming and movie industry, and you want to tell them about me and the things that I'm capable of for doing, all kinds of, like, the movies are there, and they're awesome. Like, Marvel, eat your heart out. I used to love the Marvel comics, and I always used to read the Golden Key, and what was the other one? Like the well, Marvel. What was the other one? Jeez, I know I have them somewhere. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I think where they would be, because I have my old comic books somewhere. I was trying to think where they would be. I love old comics, and it was one of the things that I did with one of my cartoons. I did make into. I'll see if I can show you. Hold on. I'll find it here. I'll find it here. I know it somewhere. I knew I have it somewhere. Do, 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 do. That's not the one, but this is like, gives you some idea. These are faces that I've made and turned them into character designs. So that's one thing to do. And this is one of the stories from the I made up, called Evil Maggie, and it has to do with the Treehouse of Horrors, made my own. And Maggie's got a lot of sharp teeth, and Snake is in trouble. Anyways, yeah, so I'd like to do character design. So I was working on a few things here. Like, this is going back a few years. And I might pick it back up again, start doing it some more character designs, because it is great to do and good when you get good at practicing it. That one, so that's that one. Let me see. I have one that's number 3. If I can find my number 2 somewhere. Number 2. Oh, it's the one that doesn't have a binding on. Oh, if I could just find it. Is this one? Oh, let me see what this one is. See, I have a whole bunch of sketchbooks in which I put all kinds of interesting stuff into, and have all kinds of interesting stuff too. Let's see, what do I have here? Designs. Oh, I have my. Oh, so we go. James Dean. Yeah. Oh, there it goes again. There's my one Brad Pitt that I did there. There's my Randy Rhodes. Ta-da. Oh, and there's my Geddy Lee. Ta-da. And there's my Alex Lifeson. Ta-da. And my Neil Peart. Ta-da. As the Rush guys. Ta-da. And I tried doing Frank Sinatra, but I made it a little bit crooked. His face is a little bit off. But I was working on it. Getting better, John Lennon. Paul McCartney. George Harrison. Ringo Starr. And then I have my Brad Pitt imposters. All my Brad Pitt imposters. Oh, and Betty White. And Spider-Man. George Carlin. What was that? Just practice. Joe Rogan. So yeah, this is just like some of the things that I do in other people's sketchbooks, and just showing you that you can do it too. Oh, this is the one. This is the one here too. This is the evil books. One of my evil books. Got all kinds of stuff that I'm still coloring in. Stuff that when I was from 2008. 2008. Remember 2008? Oh, there was some bad stuff going down that year. Uh, just making sure what year this is. Du-du-du-du-du. Let me see. 2009, yeah. 2009. I got stuff that got to color in still. Look at all my comics. Look at all the comics that I do. See? I have some great ideas. Had some great ideas. I was, well, oh, there's the other Simpsons. Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. There's my Fairies Keep. I got to color that in. Yeah. When I worked at Henry's, and some of the things that I did, and being Kimmy the Clown, doing some anime. Oh, there's my Simpsons. This is where the old caretaker buries Mr. Burns, but Mr. Burns comes back to life and tries to kill him. And there's me with all my friends and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know who I see anymore? Nobody. So that just goes to show you. You know, you can make a whole bunch of friends. It all depends on who decides to stick around afterwards, right? So there we go. Look at all the cool things you can do when you get to be a great cartoonist, you know? I got some great ideas here. And like I say, if anybody out there knows people that are looking for a good cartoonist or drawing, blah, 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 you know, contact me. This is what I love to do. This is what I love to do, and I love to bring it to you because I know that you appreciate it as much as I do. All right, so I'm going to switch into the red one for a while. And, you know, it's such a beautiful day outside. I feel like drawing some flowers. So I'm going to draw a nice little flower for you today. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 petals. Wow, how about that? Some of them do have more than one petal. And the good thing, too, about flowers, when you draw a flower, you can keep adding to it. So if you wanted to, you can keep on adding more. And more. And more. You could keep going and fill it all in if you wanted to with just flour. And then, you know, if you love doing stuff like this and you love to color, you can always color it in too. Like what I have is a lot of cartoons, but eventually I can paint them in too if I wanted to. So that might be what I might be doing in the future is just coloring in my cartoons. And so practice. That's the most important thing that you can do. Practice what you preach. Hey? Right? You want to have a good time? You make sure you have a good time because what it comes down to is practice and you. If it comes down to if you want to get something done, it isn't going to have to do with anybody else that's out there. It only has to do with what you got going on in here. All right. And so I wanted to just keep on. Ooh, I guess my thing went off again. Let me see if it comes back on. Nope. All right, unplug it. There we go. Yeah, it only lasts for so long, I guess. Yeah, I'd be short and sweet when I do a lot of my things. But I love to talk to you guys. And I think it's important, you know, if you love Cartooning Monday and you like hanging out with me, let me know in the comments below, you know, because it is one of those things that I do enjoy doing. Cartooning is fun and it gets you to think of other things. And even gets you to laugh at your own circumstances there too. So I mean, there's so many things that you can do with cartooning. And just don't take my word for it. Ask around. There's more people that draw besides me, and look around. There's different people that I follow as well, because for insight or in inspiration. If you find that there's somebody that will inspire you more than me, please. That's what I always say is very important. Find that inspiration. Get whatever it is that you like about doing art, and just do it, because no one's going to be waiting for you. You have to do it yourself. It's one of those things. Hey, and if you want to know a little bit more about the stuff that I do, check me out at my website, KimOverholt.com. KimOverholt.com. I can tell you so many times. I can only show you the door. It's you that has to go through it. It's you that has to make the decision of whether or not you want to become an artist, or whether you want to become dragon slayer, or if you want to become work with people, work with animals, work with your hands. If you find that you prefer the trades, you might just say, forget everything. I don't want to deal with people. I just want to deal with whatever I have in front of me. And that's good too. Whatever works for you. And that's what is important. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So I just want to say, Cartooning Monday. What else can I give you that will inspire you? Um, can't really think of anything else at the moment. So we'll keep it short and sweet, because I know, as well as you do, that the best thing to do is just get at it. So get at it. Let's get to it, and let's get at it. Let's do some practicing of some drawing. Practice, practice, practice is very important. And again, if you want to know a little bit more about me, check out my website. And all I have to say is enjoy your day, and thanks for hanging out. And anything else you want me to draw for you, just let me know in the comments below. You guys are fun. I appreciate it. Peace, oh brothers, my mom would say, with a little bit added, because she always wanted to give that little extra, as I do. And hey, how else?